Emirates built its empire on one aircraft, the Airbus A380, the double-decker giant with onboard showers, private suites, and a skybar that redefined what luxury in the air could mean. For 2 decades, it wasn't just a plane, it was the very identity of Emirates. Yet today, the airline that made the A380 a global icon is quietly letting it go. Not because it failed, but because the world around it changed faster than anyone expected. The A380 once symbolized excess and possibility, but now it represents a question every modern airline must face: adapt or fade away. Why would Emirates, the airline that owned nearly half of all A380s ever built, start moving away from the very aircraft that made it famous? The answer reveals not only the end of an era in aviation, but also the beginning of a radical new strategy that could redefine how airlines think about size, luxury, and survival. To understand how Emirates reached this turning point, we need to rewind to the year 2000. Back then, Emirates was a bold but relatively young airline from Dubai, still proving itself on the world stage. While others played it safe, Emirates took an enormous gamble. It ordered the brand new Airbus A380, soon to be renamed the A380. This wasn't just another purchase, it was a declaration of ambition. The airline envisioned a fleet so grand, it would turn Dubai into the crossroads of global air travel. The A380 promised more than seats. It offered prestige, range, and capacity that could reshape aviation economics. When most airlines saw the A380 as too risky, Emirates saw it as destiny. This was the moment Dubai stopped being a dot on the map and became the center of the aviation world. As the deliveries began, Emirates didn't just operate the A380, it transformed it into a flying palace. The first-class suites looked like private hotel rooms with sliding doors and gold finishes. Passengers could take actual showers at 40,000 feet, order fine dining from onboard chefs, and relax in a lounge that felt more like an exclusive bar than an airplane cabin. Photos of the onboard bar went viral long before social media took over travel culture. For travellers, the A380 wasn't transportation, it was an event. For Emirates, it was marketing gold. People flew Emirates just to experience that plane. It became a global phenomenon, the wow factor that no competitor could touch. But while Emirates was perfecting the art of airborne luxury, the rest of the industry was quietly heading in the opposite direction, towards smaller, more efficient aircraft that could go anywhere, anytime. By the late 2010s, the world of aviation had changed dramatically. Fuel prices soared, environmental pressure mounted, and travellers started valuing flexibility over sheer size. Airlines discovered that three smaller planes flying multiple times a day could often generate more profit than one enormous A380 flight. New aircraft like the Boeing 787 and Airbus A350 could fly the same distance on half the fuel. The shift was inevitable. Four-engine giants were becoming obsolete. Then came the pandemic, a seismic shock that grounded entire fleets overnight. As global travel collapsed, the A380 became a symbol of excess. Too large, too costly, too inefficient for the new world. Most airlines retired theirs permanently. And even for Emirates, the once unthinkable began to look inevitable. When COVID hit, Emirates faced a brutal reality. Overnight, airports closed, routes vanished, and hundreds of A380s sat parked in the desert heat. Yet Emirates refused to give up. Unlike other airlines that sent their A380s to the scrapyard, Emirates used the downtime to rethink its future. It began salvaging older jets for parts, retrofitting the rest with new interiors, and mapping a phased retirement plan that would keep the fleet alive long enough to pay tribute to its legacy. It wasn't panic, it was precision. The airline's engineers developed a maintenance strategy to keep a smaller, younger fleet airworthy until the 2040s. But beneath that calm exterior, a transformation was already underway, one that would quietly rewrite everything we thought we knew about Emirates. Behind the scenes, Emirates was crafting a new identity, one not built on size, but on strategy. The airline placed massive orders for a new generation of aircraft. 65 Airbus A350s, dozens of Boeing 787s, and over 200 of the next generation Boeing 777X. This wasn't a step back. It was a calculated move toward efficiency. The new jets promised lower fuel burn, longer range, and more frequent service to smaller markets. The A380 had been a symbol of shared luxury. The flying lounge, the onboard bar, and the community at 40,000 feet. But the future, Emirates realized, was personal. The new aircraft would focus on individual comfort, enclosed suites, lie-flat seats, immersive entertainment, all within a more flexible, cost-efficient model. The message was clear. The age of the super jumbo was ending, but the age of smart luxury was just beginning. The shift wasn't just about planes, it was about power. Emirates' move to Al Maktoum International Airport in the 2030s will unlock capacity that Dubai's current airport could never handle. The new mega hub will process over 150 million passengers a year, enabling Emirates to run more frequent flights to more cities across the world. Smaller, more efficient jets mean more destinations and fewer empty seats. It's the same formula that made Turkish Airlines, Qatar Airways, and Singapore Airlines dominate their markets, but scaled up to Dubai's global vision. Emirates is trading the spectacle of one massive plane for a network that connects every corner of the planet. The A380 was built for an old world, one limited by airport slots and constrained capacity. The new fleet is built for a world without limits. When the last A380 finally takes its farewell flight, it will mark the end of something bigger than a plane. It will mark the end of an era, the silence of those massive engines, the glow of the onboard bar, the dream of a flying hotel. All of it will live on as a symbol of aviation's golden age. Emirates didn't abandon the A380, it evolved beyond it, proving that even giants must adapt to survive. And as the skies fill with sleeker, smarter aircraft, one question remains. Will we ever see another aircraft that inspires the same wonder? If you've ever felt the magic of flight, this story is just the beginning. So if you love deep dives into aviation, innovation, and the unseen stories shaping our skies, make sure to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button to help more people discover these stories, and drop a comment sharing your favorite A380 memory or Ukadil route. Your engagement helps us create more high-quality aviation breakdowns, and it tells the algorithm that this kind of storytelling deserves to fly higher.